Politically speaking, you'd think it'd be easier to reach a consensus with all this money, $3 billion on the table, but not necessarily in this election year.
Elections get, more and more, I guess, what's the right word, stressful, less pleasant as time goes on.
On Friday, the Consensus Revenue Estimating Conference, the Republican-controlled House and Senate, and the Democratic administration agreeing on the surplus. In some ways, the cost of high-stakes politics just went up.
Some of the same people who are criticizing the governor are also trying to figure out how to spend all this extra money.
Outside of the Lansing political bubble, we all have ideas where the extra money needs to go.
Fix the roads, build the communities. There's a lot of schools that was shut down.
Governor Whitmer wants a $500 tax rebate, cash, going back to working adults or working couples. That's not been made clear. She also wants to spend $280 million for tutoring and personalized education in K through 12 schools to get kids back on track. Sarah Rizk has two sisters who are public school teachers.
They said it's been really hard over the past couple of years with COVID and everything, and not having enough budget to get supplies and everything they need.
We spend a lot on K-12 education. It's the state's most expensive service that it provides. $280 million is not that much.
I think the state needs to put the money into the roads. You need to look at schools. I think that's exactly where I would start. I think that helps the most people.
The governor and the legislature both seem to be interested in increasing road funding without raising taxes, and I'm happy to see that because I think lawmakers should get to the point where we're putting roads back together faster than they're falling apart.
The governor in February proposed longer-term tax cuts, rolling back the retirement tax and increasing the earned income tax credit. This is similar to a Republican plan. What has passed in the Senate along party line votes: cut the state income tax, increase the earned income tax credit, provide a child tax credit.
Right now, the state claims 4.25% of every dollar that you earn, and I believe that the state can afford to lower that to 3.9%.
The Consensus Revenue Estimating Conference also covered the serious issues of inflation, economic uncertainty. The Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce supports putting a $500 million into the state rainy day fund. And its policy conference is back on next week up north on Mackinac Island with state leaders where they could broker a deal.
I think a deal is possible, Jim, because, money solves a lot of problems in government. And the fact that there is so many dollars sloshing around right now, as long as the tax cuts that are coming are targeted and are responsible.
State lawmakers and the governor like to have a budget deal by the end of June, but they actually have until October the 1st, the start of the new fiscal year, so there could be much more back and forth. Jim Kurtzner, 7 Action News.